Heyo, my Planet Coaster friends, Johnny5 Alive here, and welcome back to another Coaster Spotlight Contest Edition. Today we have an epic, massive competitor with two gigantic multi-looping coasters, so stay tuned and let's check it out. All right, welcome back, everyone. Hope you're all having a wonderful day. We're jumping right on into things with Samurai versus Ninja, created by Zacko Slacko. And here they say, this is a Japanese-inspired build, which the samurais led the General Ho-Lee, try to protect the Emperor from the dreaded ninjas led by the Master Tu-Li-Tos. And here they say, a Samurai Car, Seat 2, Track View, 5:30 p.m. Ninja, Seat 1 or 3, and Track View, 7 a.m. Okay, let's get into it, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this creation. Oh, okay, now, seeing how much detail is in here, I have to go on a side tangent. Someone was kind of getting mad at me saying 2 months isn't enough time to do more than 4,000 pieces, which is simply not true. Can we even do a part count on this without killing my computer? Let's find out. Now, I don't think Planet Coaster counts groups anymore. So there's 35,000 pieces here. And this is from the builder bracket. Normally, we give 1 month for our coasters. This is the longest contest ever. And I gave you a whole extra month because I figured dueling elements would be difficult. We have multiple coasters. That is why I gave you an extra month. So if you have 1 month to work on just your coaster and another month just for your theming, that is twice the amount of time we normally give. And to see a creation like this is proof in the pudding that there is more than enough time. And this is not the first creation that we've seen that has been extremely detailed. I just want to put it out there that we gave you guys plenty of time. Samurai versus Ninja, let's go. Not only is this insanely detailed, but might just be one of the most detailed coaster spotlights in general. I mean, with the 2 months, I was really hoping to see details like this from the advanced and higher builders, the legends and all that. To see something this detailed in the builder bracket is absolutely phenomenal. And this harpens back to something I was saying, that I would like the new builders and builders to take their time a little bit more seriously and add those details in and not stop until they feel they've crammed as much as they can. Because we do get submissions that are submitted after 1 week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks with still 6 weeks left remaining in the contest, and they kind of tap out. And I feel like every builder is capable of expert or legendary quality work if they put their minds to it. So this is Zacko Slacko leading by example in the builder bracket here today. I don't even know where to go. This feels like a park spotlight. I am completely bedazzled and lost. This looks like a coaster. I went up the exit. So yeah, I don't even know where I'm going. Ninja! Or it looks like we're going on the Ninja here today. But this is basically an end-to-end park for 2 coasters. You filled the whole park up. You spent your 2 months working on all this stuff. And we also allowed people to use the Steam Workshop as well as the Theme Maker Toolkit Workshop. So you can spend 1 or even 6 weeks designing your coasters, and you could just go download everything that you need to fill up your park. That was allowed. We don't expect you to build everything from scratch, but you can just fill it up with stuff that you downloaded. That is perfectly acceptable. Part of that is design. Let's just say Zacko Slacko downloaded everything. He designed this layout, and it is incredible. He put the work into putting all these buildings down. And if he built these himself, good googly moogly. What do you even say, ladies and gentlemen? So here we go. The Ninja Coaster is a floorless werewolf, and here's a look at all the stats. 3,300 meters in length. I was saying that the Freddy versus Jason coaster was the biggest in the contest so far. This tops it, and there's 2 of them. So we're looking at about 7,000, just under 7,000 meters of track between these 2 coasters. Good googly freaking moogly. These are 2 exploration coasters, detailed to the nines. extremely exciting stuff. I will cut to it when it's ready. They requested track 7 a.m. So let's turn it to 7 a.m. and we're going in track view. Oh, good googly moogly, ladies and gentlemen. Oh boy, this discussion is gonna have to wait because my dinner is ready. I will cut back into the next video with my thoughts, and we're gonna take our time with this one here today because we have to see this in other views as well. So I'll be right back in a second. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I am back. Wow, what an incredible coaster that was. I absolutely love those ninja blades and all the different triggered events that you put on this coaster. The dueling elements, the environment, the whole theming of this was was just over the top, absolutely incredible. And it just goes to show how well the theming can change the experience, right? And I think that is a little bit of the theme of this video so far is when haven't the coasters been about the theming? When the whole point of these contests is not only to make a awesome coaster, but to drive you creatively on an artistic level. How much details can you put in? How much can you build? There's only so much artistic expression that you can put into a coaster. Everything has to be accentuated by the exterior assets. And that is exactly what's been done here by Zacko Slacko. And that's enough ranting out of me. This is amazing. I'm still not done with this creation, and there's more I want to say, but we have to find the samurai. And he asked us to do this one at 5:30 p.m. And we're going to roam around and find the samurai at 5:30 p.m. I also think I'm going to switch it to like a brighter time of day so we can see everything just a little bit better. And we'll be riding these in different perspectives so we can take a closer look at these dueling elements a little bit better. Man, I am getting lost in this park. Part of me wants to find the samurai on my own without looking from a bird's eye view. Oh my god. You really have made a park here. Okay, looks like we found another exit. How am I finding the exits before? Isn't this like a thing for me? I always find the exit before the queue. There we go. Samurai. What? After you. Oh, through the black gate. Interesting. Probably the most underwhelming area of your entire creation. What happened here? Okay. Let's go. Perfect. One is here. I don't have to wait freaking an hour. So we have the Samurai Coaster. There's a look at all the stats. It is a floorless werewolf, good googly moogly, another 3,300 meters in length. And we're going to go on to track view again as requested, and we'll check out some other perspectives after. Let's go! Googly moogly. Oh, so much to talk about. Wow. Now I'm going to say this right away and going back into more viewer comments. I've been reading your comments a lot before this video, as you can tell. Somebody said, how come you don't mention how smooth the coasters are? And I did respond and I say, you generally, isn't that the goal of every creation, is to try to get the coasters as smooth as possible? So in some cases, I'd be like, every coaster should be smooth. So it's very rare to point out that a coaster is smooth because it's sort of stating the obvious. Isn't that what the goal is? However, when it's not smooth, that's something we bring up as feedback. So I think the ideal goal is to try to create every coaster experience as smooth as possible. However, for this coaster in particular, it was so smooth for the entire duration of 7,000 meters between two coasters. I'd have to go as far as to say it was the smoothest coaster in the entire contest, and for a duration that long is extremely impressive. So yes, this coaster was smooth, and I do want to point that out there, and it's also amplified by the fact that we went into track view, of course, but I can honestly understand that's why they asked us to go into track view, because there was some extra effort gone into the smoothing for this particular creation. In terms of like the dueling aspects, I love it because it's something that I brought up time and time again. Is there's something creating a distinction between these two coasters, even where the boarding stations are located and where the queues are. They're taking you on two different adventures, one to the samurai temple, one to the ninja, and then once you get on the coaster, you don't even understand that this is a dueling coaster. You're going through your own samurai adventure, and there are elements and things representing the samurai, and there, for the ninja, there was these traps and blades and different things, and ninja stars and fireworks and all sorts of stuff. You get going and you're pacing and you're doing your own thing. They're on their own separate adventures, and then they're like, we're at the top of the mountain, let's come down and battle. So it's not even until you're done, 500 meters of track, if not more, 700 meters of track of them doing their own thing before they come together and have a battle. And that is a great way in storytelling in general, having that beginning, middle, and end. There's an arc. Everything's starting off kind of subtle. It's building up, and that's what our lifts are doing. They're also building up that intensity, that anticipation that something big is about to happen. And if you didn't know this was a dueling coaster contest, your anticipation would be building as this coaster's getting more and more intense. Then you get revealed at the last second as you come through these trees here, there's another coaster, and you drop down and you start battling, interacting with the other one. So just as it's starting to climax is even further with a giant dueling battle, and you're battling your way down the cliffside, waterfalls and buildings, and then it just gets better and better and better. The build up, the ups and downs, the moments were just extraordinary. I'd have to say by far the best submission in the entire contest so far, and I'll even go as far as to say I think it's going to compete with the Masters and Legends. This is legendary creation right here. I'm lost for words. In terms of like Asian theming creations that we've seen on the show, it's my #1 favorite Asian themed creation by far. It's an exploration coaster, which I love. It's a dueling coaster, which is something we just introduced to this contest, which obviously is something that I was really intrigued by and wanted to see more of, so I love it. And the artistic polish is the whole reason we do these contests. I want to see what people could do to push themselves creatively. As mentioned earlier, you could do a lot of fun stuff with coasters, and that's why we want to see what kind of fun things you could do when you combine two coasters. If every coaster was unthemed, there's only so much variation that you would get. So the theming is huge, and you definitely nailed it. Not only is it just an amazing Asian city, but it's cascading and rippling down the mountain, and there's waterfalls, there's elements. Your terrain work is phenomenal, and the pathing's all integrated nicely. It's tricky to do pathing uphill and do it in layers like this. This is a big layered city. So I don't even know. I have to take a look at Zacho Slacko's workshop, because why in the heck are you a builder and you're making legendary creations? So looking at their workshop right away, I could see all these buildings they've uploaded to their workshop. So they have created these buildings. That's amazing. And then before all this, they've never made a thing. I don't even know how you got to builder if you didn't make anything. But yeah, essentially this is their first creation ever. That's outstanding. Outstanding. All right, let's check out some more coasters. Let's get back on the Ninja. I can't even remember where the boarding station is in this maze. Is this it? I don't know where it is. Could have sworn this was it. Okay, here we are. So this is the Ninja Temple over here, and it looks phenomenal, by the way. I like even how you come at it in an angle. Most people when they make a square building, they align the boarding station to be squared within it. It's all dynamic. Everything here is dynamic. I love it. So this time we're gonna go into an orbit view. Some people weren't a fan, but we'll do cinematic for the samurai. I personally love that orbit view. I know I read some comments, people like it. Someone was calling it Johnny Matic. And some people didn't like it. Whether you're a fan or not, we're trying to mix it up so everybody gets a little bit of both, but it allows me to look around at what I want to look at while I'm on the coaster, and we certainly got to see the dueling elements a lot more exaggerated that time, and take a look around at some of the details as well as the vistas and stuff while we were riding in orbit view. So I'm a big fan of the orbit view for sure. Let's check this one out in just cinematic and see what the game throws at us. It might struggle at certain times, but you know, let's just test our luck. some really incredible perspectives on the cinematic mode there. Holy moly. Good googly boogly, Zacko Slacko. Why has it taken you this long to decide to finally build something in Planet Coaster? But thank goodness people get inspired by my contest, because I don't think maybe we wouldn't have seen anything from Zacko Slacko if this contest did not exist. And that seems to be the case with a lot of people. From what I've noticed over workshop review after workshop review, and spending an intimate amount of time with every single person's workshop one by one over the years, I've noticed that there are a lot of builders who only compete in contests, or they've built something for a contest that was incredible and then just disappeared. We see those people like JR Tinman. I think everything that he put out on his workshop was for the Channel 5 gaming contests. He took his prizes, took his first place, made his mark, and then he disappeared. But then on the other hand, you have some people that just show up out of nowhere and make these amazing blueprints, come and go, and you know, you have a mixed bag at this point. But there are certainly a handful of people that just get inspired by the contest, and I can understand why, because you're guaranteed to get those features. There's no mystery there. You're submitting something, you know there's going to be an audience watching and seeing your creation, and there's bragging rights for winning. So there's a little bit of motivation gone in, whereas like, oh, I submitted something to you, Johnny, maybe it'll get featured on a spotlight, maybe it won't. But we try to feature all the best stuff on the show. When something good pops up, we feature it right away. But I can imagine getting a spotlight isn't exactly the same as crushing your competition of 80 people in a contest. There is something to be said about that. It's certainly motivating, I would imagine. With that said, I think Zacko Slacko is going to probably place in the top 5. We're going to do a top 10 overall best creations of the contest. And unless, like, I mean, we're not even we're probably like, this is like submission number 33 out of 80. So we're like not even halfway through yet. And the later brackets are still just around the corner, which people have put some serious work into the top half of the bracket. These are some extremely experienced builders. So we'll have to wait and see. But in terms of a top 10 overall, when we do the top 10, I certainly think this one's going to place in the top 10 personally. If it doesn't, then that just means we have some amazing creations above it. And a lot of them. So far, it's definitely been my favorite contest, hands down, out of all of the coaster contests we've done so far. I have a top 5 in the top of my head already. I know what my favorites are so far for each of the brackets, but this one takes the cake for me. This is my all-time favorite so far, and I'd even go to say one of my all-time favorite exploration coasters, because there's that dueling aspect. The dueling elements in this were just phenomenal. As you saw from the cinematic view coming through here, there's so many elements and areas where the dueling is crazy, and the fact that you've gotten it weaving in and out of this city where the supports and the coasters aren't an eyesore. They're kind of just snuck in there in between where they should be, creating these beautiful vistas and just focal points from the ground viewer perspective. You made an amazing park. There's one flat ride, but as a creation on its own, it's an amazing park spotlight, I would say. I don't know how long the recording has been, because I've actually stuck to shadow play so far. It's giving me much better quality videos, although I do think the audio is slightly off. Sometimes you can hear some roboticness in my voice. So for whatever reason, shadow play doesn't capture the best audio, but everything else has been good. But with that said, I do not know what my recording time is. This video is probably like an hour. I would imagine, but that's quite okay. If a creation is good, I am going to spend more time on it, as you had 2 months, and it's going to take me, what, at most an hour here? So there you go. I think I've said everything I needed to say about this. Oh, no, I had one thing to come to mind while I was on the coaster. If it were up to me, Zacko Slacko, I would promote you immediately to Master Builder. But we do have to take in all things consideration, and we do have a judges panel now. So we have to decide amongst ourselves where we decide to put you. But let's just say you were in the Master Builder bracket. I still think you have what it takes to win in the top 3. Very impressive for a very first time creation. Never made really anything in the game before. You're one of those silent assassins, Zacko. You're not a Slacko. No slacking here. All right, what did you guys think? Leave your comments down below for Zacho Slacko's very first ever Planet Coaster creation and spotlight. Absolutely incredible stuff. Outstanding feedback and praise from me in today's episode. Go ahead and fire away down below. Give him some more additional praise. And be sure to vote for Zacho Slacko when the top 10 comes, and also his bracket. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for me in today's video. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, share it with your friends, subscribe for more, and I'll see you all in the next contest submission. Bye now.